Hi, I'm Riley from Coast to Coast NHL Hockey News, and today we're talking about one of the biggest trades to the trade deadline yesterday, the Marc-Andre Fleury trade. So Marc-Andre Fleury was traded to the Minnesota Wild in exchange for a second-round draft pick. Now, this move could mean great for the Minnesota Wild and great for Fleury. Fleury was pretty good in Chicago and stuck on a team that was kind of been struggling for the last couple of years and haven't been able to make the playoffs. I mean, they made the playoffs in the play-it round in 2020 when COVID first happened, but they really should not have made it. They were just chosen to make it. However, anyway, the Chicago Blackhawks have been struggling for the last couple of years and haven't really been able to make the playoffs in a few years. And Florida has been to the playoffs every year for has been making it to the playoffs every year for at least a few years. And this can mean good because Minnesota is a playoff team. They have sorry about this, I'm going to type in the chat. Minnesota is a playoff team. They're good this year. And Fleury can have a potential to play in the playoffs again as if they're on a somewhat better team. So this move can be good for Fleury as he's on a struggling Blackhawks team, a team that was struggling to make the playoffs, like I said, and the Minnesota Wild have a team that hasn't made the playoffs a couple years in a row, have been good, and a good defensive team. So Fleury, he was the backup goalie last night, and expected to play next game, and yeah, so I think this is a good move. Although I think Chicago should have got first round draft pick for him, because I think Chicago's. I would bring my Minnesota jersey if I had one, but I don't have a Minnesota jersey, by the way. I think Chicago's the loser of this trade because they only got a second round pick, and like I said in the Giordano video, draft picks don't always play. Sometimes they take a couple of years to come and play with the team. So they should get a first because Fleury's a really good goaltender. Played pretty good in Chicago. Played really good in Vegas and Pittsburgh. So now he's joining his third NHL team. It's the Minnesota Wild. So this can be great for Minnesota as they got a top goaltender in the NHL. Well, not this year, but he's known to be a top goaltender in the NHL. Has his top three or four or five or something like in the NHL for like most wins. And a really good goaltender and that will Talbot will back up him, or he'll back up Talbot. I'm not sure how it's gonna be. Talbot's gonna back up, or he's gonna be back up because Talbot was the main starter before the Fleury trade. So I'm not sure if Talbot's gonna back up Fleury, if Fleury's gonna back up Talbot. I'll have to see it. I'm pretty sure he's expected to start next game. This is 100% a great trade for the Minnesota Wild. Not so much for the Chicago Blackhawks, as they got a draft pick, but they made a few trades for draft picks, and they're trying to rebuild their team as they have struggled to come up for a couple years now. So, yeah, this can mean a really good trade for Chicago as they everything for Chicago, hopefully. But mostly for Minnesota, this is a really good trade as to get a top goaltender to back up Talbot, or for Talbot to back up before, and yeah. He ought to back up Talbot, or Talbot will back up him. So they got two really good goaltenders. This Talbot's really good too. Got a shutout last night against Vegas. Fleury went to play against his former team again. But they don't play Chicago this year, so Fleury won't see Chicago unless they meet in the playoffs. But Chicago's not making the playoffs, so that's not going to happen. So they have to wait until next year. So that's my thoughts on the Fleury trade. I think it's a great trade for Minnesota, but not so much for Chicago. They did all right. Chicago did all right at the trade deadline. Got a couple pieces that they needed and traded a couple guys, but tried to rebuild their team. I really think that Chicago needs to rebuild their team better and make some good signings and possibly buy out some players that to clear some cap space at the end of the year. So that's my thoughts on the Marc-Andre Fleury trade. I shoot these videos live, so they upload right away, so you guys can watch them right away. And we'll see you guys in the next one.